fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Deku and Mirako. Now, in the last part, Deku and Mirako, after a night of drinking, woke up in each other's arms on the couch in Deku's apartment. Deku looking over the security footage of the previous night and finding that not really a lot happened. The two basically played a bit of a game of chicken where they ended up making out until they eventually got to the couch and passed out. Now, Mirako was very embarrassed by this, and she did quickly go back to her apartment, get changed, shower, eat some food, or at least some breakfast, and then go to visit her friend in the hospital. As Deku, he sort of did do the same thing. Now, Deku did speak to a doctor about Ryuko the Dragon Hero, and he basically talked to the man about getting Ryuko moved to a facility under Mr. Yairozu's supervision. And Mirako, she heard all that from behind the door. As the doctor, eventually, he did have to give up. Now, after getting some brain scans of Ryuko, Deku and Mirako did go to leave, as we do have where the two are currently sitting down at a cafe and actually having some lunch together. I'm very happy you could join me, Rumi. Well, don't think too much of it. Technically, the Hero Association does still need to appoint you a bodyguard. And until they can find a suitable pro here to do that, I volunteered for the position. Really? It just sounds like you like spending time with me. Don't get the wrong idea here. Okay, girl, just try to keep your calm. This one's weird. This one's tricky. He's not like any other person you've ever met. Listen, I myself am thankful for the help you're doing for my friend. Calm down, Bakugo. This is all complicated to you too. Shit. I feel very bad. She's the first woman to really take an interest in me. Not even that. She talks to me the way I wish people would. Very blunt, honest, and will speak her mind. She's hard to find out of everybody. Now, Deku, he does explain to Mirako that he feels at fault for what happened to her friend because of his invention. The people who broke in and took his stuff, they will be found and held responsible. Of course they'll be found. However, there are other problems. Like what? Ryuko's agency, they're trying to work without her for the time. They will find it tricky and hard to manage. And technically, I am her sidekick. So this is a good moment for you then. Ooh, what does that mean? No disrespect by it, Rumi, but you can step up. Hold on to your friend's position for her. What? What I'm saying is, you're a sidekick, yes, but you're also a pro hero, right? That's correct. Then that's good. People, if they know that you're familiar with her routines, her ideas, the way she does handle things, you can just appoint people to take those positions as she would. If you know the connections of people who do it, then get them to do their job. Find ones who would suit the positions like she would. Or just try and get people to apply for positions they believe that they would be good for. Hmm? What are you talking about? I mean, try to handle things like your friend would. Remember faces, you're good with them, right? That's true. So just follow your intuition. Deku is going to bring up his hand. Listen, I know for a fact that you have some pretty good intuition. I told you this stuff in the case was important a few weeks back, and you listened. And you knew for a fact that the person who was holding that case was the one you were after. Yeah? And did you get a bad feeling whenever your friend was coming to talk to me? I mean, kind of. Mirako going to bring up her hand, and actually bring it to her neck as she's going to look away. I mean, I just assumed she would hate you. Okay, that's fine. But that's not really what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I felt like something might have been off, but I didn't understand it, okay? I'm just. I thought I was being thrown for a loop again because of you. Hmm? Really? Yeah. You confused me, okay? I know. You actually confused me too. Now, Mirako, she was going to ask Deku. Exactly what did he tell that doctor, though? Hmm? Oh, right, you were in the room. Yeah, you were talking to him pretty intensely back there. You were kind of chewing him out like you did for the heroes. Oh, uh, yeah, about that. Now, Deku, he actually is going to reach into his shirt, pulling back his jacket as he does reach into the pocket. As he was going to pull out a picture and actually going to set it down in front of Mirko. Do you know who this man is? Deku tapping his finger down. Hmm? Uh, no. An animal man? Okay, this is Mr. Nezu. He's the principal of UA. Hmm? Okay, and? And he's also my mentor. Huh? Yeah. Now, Mirko's confused. His mentor? That guy's smarter than him? What? I'm sorry. I'm. It's all. Okay, slow down. Yeah. Okay, your mentor. Yes. An animal man with a quirk? Yes, a super intelligence quirk. Me and him, we actually were very, very close. Hmm? We don't talk very much because of my work and how I'm very busy. However, a lot of people do know him in the medical field, in certain areas like that. Mhm. Okay, but, well, I learned a lot from him. In fact, we spoke a lot just playing a simple game of chess. Hmm? Chess? Yeah. It's, well, hard to explain. He helped me get to where I am today. He saw that I was a very skilled and talented young man with my quirk. And whenever I was having problems with ideas and even really gear and technology I did make and I had trouble with, he reassured me. In fact, I could feel smarter around him. He's one of the really few people I could actually talk to normally because he understands the words coming out of my mouth. Huh. Yeah. In fact, I feel somewhat the same way around you. Hmm? Okay, but why? Well, I'm not too sure. I know for a fact, under logical reasons, or biologically, there's science there. However, whenever I don't think that way, I can only really call it a few things. A chemical reaction, a biological reaction, since we're man and woman, and then there's actually the reaction I sort of do like to think about. Funny enough, it's the one that seems you may understand the best. Hmm? I believe you call it love. Love? Now, Deku does look at Mirko's face. Uh, wow. Wait, this guy's talking about his mentor. Okay, but what does this have to do about him? Well, scientifically, something I can do is I can get in contact with him. I can head to UA and get his opinion on a few things. With me and him talking, it should be a matter of days, if not hours, before we can fix your friend's brain. Okay. But going to UA, that's the safest place for you right now, though. Hmm? Yeah, about that. I believe your company still would be needed. Hmm? Now, Mirko shows look across the table at Deku. He looked away when he said that. Hmm? So you can get flustered. Hmm? Oh, come on. I've seen you flustered earlier too. I just talked about how we might be in love. Hmm? Yeah, but still. Now, Deku can see that Mirko, she's acting like her usual self now. She's trying to put on a brave face, but her face is turning red. And Deku, he actually does go to stand up, as he does directly get in Mirko's face. And Mirko, she actually does almost flinch. That's correct. So, you want to try and be intimidating now? Not intimidating. Just want to see where this goes. You're a strange one, aren't you, Bakugo? I could say the same thing about you. Rumi? No. The two actually go to pull away, as Deku is going to face away and bring his hand up to his face. Mirko turning and trying to hide her face with her hands, as kind of like a bunny. And it does just seem very funny. Somebody, however, is sitting at the table nearby, and they're watching what's going on, as it's kind of surprising. They feel strange just watching this happen. However, they do want to know more about this Katsuki guy. Now, with that being said, we actually have where Deku and Mirko do go to leave and head for UA. And there is actually whenever those two do arrive. Now, Deku, he does go to walk in, as he's on campus, and Hound Dog does actually come running up. As he does so, he does immediately go to stop and freeze, looking directly at Deku before at least trying to sniff the air at him. As he just look at Deku and just freeze. You shouldn't be here. Long time no see, Hound Dog. I need to talk to Mr. Nezu. You shouldn't be on campus anymore. We had enough of your shenanigans back when you were still in school. I understand, Hound Dog, but please, it's very urgent. There are actually a few matters I need to talk to him, since my current lab has been ransacked. What? Now, Deku does watch as Hound Dog basically is going to run off. Hound Dog telling him to basically not blow anything up while he's here. That guy was... That's the UA security guard. Really? Yeah, he's the head of security. In fact, me and him did not get along whenever I went here. Now, the two are walking through the hallway. As Mirko, she's just looking around UA. This place is so weird. Isn't it? Yeah. I've never been here, but apparently a lot of pro heroes have. They try to aim for this school. That they do. However, it has a less than 0.2 acceptance rate. What does that mean? Okay, well, let's put it like this. out of one, well, actually, let's say out of 400, you flip a coin. What are the chances of it landing on heads or tails? Huh? Well, that would be 50-50, right? Yes. Now, what if I told you if we made a bet? We flip the coin 400 times. I say heads, you say tails. Imagine it like this. It lands on heads 399 times, and it lands on tails about once. Actually, you could say it's more like 500, actually. Huh? Wait, those are pretty big numbers. Yeah, I know. I think my head still hurts. I got the math wrong. Hmm? So, should you really be pushing yourself that way? I think I'll be fine. Now, Deku, he does continue to walk through UA, as he does knock on the office door and walk in after being told he can. As Yakuza Mr. Nezu, he does look out from his studies and see Deku. Ah, Mr. Bakugo. Hi, Mr. Nezu. Am I interrupting you? Hmm? Actually, no. I was just about to start a fresh pot of coffee. Or a fresh pot of tea. Tell me, would you like some? Actually, yes, sir. Perfect. It's been a very long time. What brings you to my door? Nezu gonna stand up. Well, Mr. Nezu, there's been a bit of a problem. Is this about your lab? Hmm? So you know about it? Know about it? I read about it the other day. I'm very sorry that that may have happened to you. I myself have made it a priority to notify the Hero Association of your inventions and how they work. How they work? Yes. They're very dangerous, especially if you got your hands on things and modified them. Mr. Nezu, that's not funny. I understand. However, the principal of UA at least has some jurisdiction as to how the investigation might go, and how much the UA can have things pushed, along with the number of heroes who may be assigned to the case. I am the leader of the most prestigious high school in, well, most of Japan. Along with that, people do value my opinion, since many pro heroes have walked in and out of these doors, especially All Might. That is true, Mr. Nezu. Thank you for that. And what do I have the pleasure? Okay, anyways, back to it. Now, Mirako shows us look at the way these two do interact. It's kind of strange. These two, they just start talking, and yeah. A lot of back and forth before the conversation just gets faster, and she's lost. It gets to the point where she feels like she can see the lips moving, but she can't understand the words coming out. And the two have been like that for somewhat around 20 minutes. I'm sorry. That was a very endearing conversation. Quite, Mr. Nezu. It reminded me of the past. Yes, it did. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, sorry. He's gonna help us. Really? Yes, I will, miss. Um, Mirko's fine. I'm actually a pro hero. Oh my. Well, that's very interesting. I think have heard of you. I'm actually a pro hero who's a sidekick for my friend, the dragon hero. Oh, yes. I know about her. She's a very talented woman. That she is, Mr. Nezu. But would you help us bring her back to normal? Ah, yes. He's run me down on the information. Yeah, to be honest, I really didn't understand anything you guys were saying. At this point, I just thought about walking out and seeing if you guys even noticed. We would have. Our intelligence does not obscure our physical vision. However, it does make things a little more complicated. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, he's gonna swing by my house tomorrow. We'll have a chat then, and we'll start to work on things. Deku actually going to walk over and set down the cube. Here, Mr. Nezu, this is all the data we have right now, currently. Now, Nezu just going to reach down and just going to pick up this small cube, opening things up, as he does going to actually pull something out from his desk, and connect a cord to it. You just handed that to him, and he already knows how it works? Yeah. Me and him, or at least me, I've had my inventions on somewhat of a baseline. If it has to connect with phones or technology or even other cords and stuff like that, I put those things in specifically. Huh? I make things convenient for other people. Oh. Yes, Miss Mirako. In fact, that was actually one thing that he had problems with back in high school. Or, well, even before then. It was very troubling. I had to whip him quite into a bit of shape. Half the time his invention someone almost exploded. Mr. Nezu. I'm sorry. It's just... You do make me sometimes feel like I'm older than I actually am. I'm sorry, sir, but still, this matter... Do you think you can help us solve it? Yes, I will. I'll stop by tomorrow around 12, if that will be convenient. Perfect. Now, this is where Deku and Mirako do go to leave. And Nezu just think about how they are quite a lovely couple. However, Izuku, knowing him, the boy, yeah. He's too smart for his own good. And then there's that woman. Clearly her IQ isn't as high as his. She does seem to have an average intelligence. However, physically, her other stats, as you could put it, are higher. So, the young man is finally growing up. Perhaps maybe by next spring they'll have a family. Now, Deku, him and Mirako do leave, as they do spend some more time together, and Deku heads up back to his apartment, where he does actually find somebody is there. Now, with that, Deku, he does find Bakugo. And Bakugo, he's there to not only goad him on, but at least try to get information about as to what happened over the last few days. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.